So today, we're going to skip the complexity. We're diving into a really strange and frankly pretty lucrative corner of the tech world.
Yeah, it's like, think about all those giant venture-backed companies you read about, the ones building battleships.
Right.
We're not looking at those. We're looking at the simple, hyper-efficient speedboats.
And that is the absolute core idea we're diving into. These are small, really focused mobile apps, sometimes built by just one person.
And they're making, what, $50,000 to sometimes $300,000 every single month.
Every single month. And they fly completely under the radar.
Because they only do one simple thing. But that focus, that's what makes them ridiculously profitable. It just flips the old scaling playbook on its head.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into the source material on these simple AI SaaS models to pull out the exact patterns, repeatable stuff that makes them work. Our mission here is to really understand how these founders are building so much value with what looks like minimal complexity.
Exactly. So first, we'll unpack why those old barriers to entry, needing to be a coding genius or having tons of cash, have just completely vanished.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go deep on 5 specific real-world examples. We'll break down the psychology, the business case, and even the simple AI prompts that are powering the whole thing.
If you look back at the last, say, 20 years of tech, starting a real software business, it felt like you needed a PhD in computer science.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just to get a prototype running, you were talking months of coding school, wrestling with syntax.
Right.
It was a nightmare.
It was this huge technical wall. It kept the classic idea guy, the person who actually understands the customer's problem, completely out of the process.
Totally. If you weren't a coder, you had to, beg one to be your co-founder or go out and try to find millions in funding?
But those walls have they've crumbled. That technical barrier is, for the most part, gone now.
Right. With tools like Cursor or Replit, all these AI developer assistants, you can basically just describe what you want in plain English.
And it generates functional code. It's like a language translator for engineering.
It just completely democratizes the whole process. The person with the vision, the one who really gets the market need, can finally be the builder.
And this is where the really fundamental shift happens. This is what makes these little 6-figure businesses possible.
Okay.
AI isn't just a helper tool for the engineer anymore. The AI is the product.
Yes. And the pattern is so simple. All 5 examples we're going to look at follow it perfectly. The user gives a little bit of input, photo, voice note, whatever. Then the magic happens. The AI model crunches it. And then you get the output.
Which is the valuable answer, the personalized result.
Exactly. And all the heavy lifting, the really complex stuff, is being handled by these huge models like GPT-4 or Claude or Stable Diffusion.
So these founders, they're not trying to build a new brain from scratch.
No way. They're just connecting a very specific user to the powerful brain that already exists.
The source material calls that connection the simple door.
I love that. The founder's main job is just to design the easiest, most elegant door for people to walk through to get to that AI power. They solve that last mile problem.
So if the core AI is doing all that heavy lifting, what's the one non-negotiable step a founder has to get right to hit that $50,000 a month floor?
They have to design a door that instantly solves a specific, painful problem for a really narrow group of people.
That distinction is everything.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into the real data. We're going to look at these 5 businesses and see how they did it.
First up, we've got Flashloop. It's a viral video character creator, and it's reliably pulling in about 50 grand a month just by tapping into pure human vanity.
The psychology here is what the source calls the Vanity Loop.
Yeah.
And it makes perfect sense. People love seeing themselves in, funny or surprising situations.
And more than that, they love the social currency they get from sharing it.
Right.
So what Flashloop does is you give it a selfie, and it just plops your face onto a character in some funny, super shareable video.
So you'd be the star of a movie trailer.
Or, the more common one, your face is suddenly on a little baby who's dancing around in a business suit. It's ridiculous.
And the technology behind this has shifted. You don't even need pre-filmed templates anymore.
Nope. They use AI video tools like Runway or maybe Kling AI to generate the whole scene from scratch, just from a text prompt. Then they use face swapping to put you in it.
So the prompt is basically the entire product design.
Pretty much. You'd write something super descriptive like a cinematic shot of a cute, chubby baby wearing a business suit, hosting a podcast in a professional studio.
And that just builds the viral growth right into the product. Every time someone shares their video on TikTok, It's a free ad for the app.
Exactly. Okay, so from pure vanity, we're going to pivot completely to utility and faith. Next up is the Bible Note Taker. It's a niche sermon recorder, quietly making $60,000 a month.
This is just a textbook example of finding a recurring pain point in a very specific community. People go to church every week, they hear a sermon that really resonates, and then by Monday morning, all the key lessons are just gone, evaporated.
So the door is super simple. You open the app on Sunday, hit record, the app uses AI transcription.
And they lean heavily on tools like OpenAI Whisper, which is just, it's phenomenal at turning speech, even in a big echoey room, into accurate text.
But the real money isn't just in the transcription, it's in the synthesis. It doesn't just give you a wall of text.
No, it uses something like GPT-4 to structure it all. The output is a bullet point summary of the main lessons, it suggests a prayer, and it gives you one actionable step for the week.
It's immediate, personalized value. And the prompt is key here too. It tells the AI to act as a helpful spiritual assistant and keep the tone encouraging and warm.
And that focus on trust and a weekly habit. It's perfect for a subscription model.
It's a need that the big general note-taking apps would never even think about.
Okay, so let's move to an even bigger financial pain point. AI Home Decor, the room visualizer. This one's pulling in $100,000 a month.
Yeah, and this solves that universal, very expensive problem. The fear of buying.
The risk of spending $2,000 on a sofa you end up hating.
Right.
Or picking a paint color that just ruins the room. It's paralyzing.
So for a $10 subscription, this app is basically cheap insurance. You upload a photo of your room and you can instantly see it in any style you want. Japanese minimalist, Art Deco, whatever.
It just removes that huge financial risk.
And technically, this all hinges on a very specific technology called ControlNet. That's the secret sauce.
Okay, let's unpack that for a second because ControlNet's precision is so important here.
Right.
Normally with an AI image generator, the results are kind of wild and unpredictable. ControlNet is different. It acts like a digital stencil.
It locks the geometry. So the walls, the windows, the light fixtures, they all stay in the exact same place. Then the AI, like Stable Diffusion, just repaints everything inside those lines.
If you didn't have that, you'd get a new room design with windows on the ceiling.
Exactly. So the prompt has to command that. Something like, redesign this room, but keep the window placement and room structure exactly the same.
You know, I have to admit, even with these tools, getting that control just right is a battle. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself when I'm using ControlNet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you try to change one small detail, like the wood grain, and suddenly the whole structure gets a little wonky. It takes real skill to get that consistency.
But when you nail it, apparently you get to 7 figures. Okay, moving on. Our fourth example taps into something we do all day, every day. It's called MojiLab, a custom sticker maker also making $100K a month.
This one is just pure frequency plus social status. We're on messaging apps constantly. Yeah. And, you know, standard emojis get old fast.
So custom stickers of your friends or your cat or yourself, that's like high-value currency in a group chat. It creates this automatic viral loop.
Right, because if I send a sticker of my dog dressed as a pirate,
everyone in the chat immediately asks, wait, how did you make that? And that question is all the marketing you need.
The tech behind it uses powerful APIs like DALL-E 3 or Midjourney. But the real trick isn't just making the image.
No, it's making it look like a real usable sticker.
So the key detail on the prompt is all about the packaging. It has to demand white background, thick white border around the character, sticker pack effect.
Without that, it's just a picture. With it, it's a product.
Okay, finally, we're turning to the world of high-intent collectors. VinylSnap, the collector's price guide. This one's making $70,000 a month.
This targets a really specific high-stakes moment. You're a collector, you're at a garage sale, you're holding a record, and you need to know right now, is this a $5 common pressing, or is this a rare $500 first edition?
The seconds matter.
They absolutely do. So the door is your phone's camera. You scan the album cover, and the app instantly identifies the artist, the album, the specific catalog number.
Which is the critical detail for collectors.
Right. And then it estimates the condition and gives you the current market value from a database like Discogs.
The technology here is AI vision. We're talking tools like Google Cloud Vision or GPT-4 Vision. They're trained to read that complex, sometimes faded text on an album cover with incredible accuracy.
Whoa! I mean, stop and imagine scaling that accuracy to a billion queries a day for every niche collector looking for that hidden gem. The speed and precision required to turn a phone photo into a verified price in milliseconds, that's a phenomenal feat.
And that speed is the whole value proposition. A regular Google search is just too slow, too clunky for that moment. This app can pay for itself with just one good find.
So if we synthesize all 5 of these businesses, from the vanity videos all the way to the collector tools, what's the one single defining characteristic that ensures they're profitable?
They all offer a near instantaneous personalized answer to a problem that all the existing general tools just solve poorly or slowly or not at all. And that really brings us back to the core idea we pulled from the source material. These profitable AI SaaS models are so effective because they take a simple human problem.
Boredom, memory loss, fear.
Exactly. Fear of commitment, curiosity. Yeah. And they use this advanced AI to provide an immediate, valuable, and super specific solution.
And that's the massive opportunity right now. It's not about inventing the next GPT-4. That takes billions of dollars.
Right.
The real economic opportunity is in inventing that simple, focused interface, that elegant door that lets normal people apply all that existing AI power to their own specific needs.
We've only covered the first 5 examples here. They show how that narrow focus creates high returns and how the tech is really accessible now.
But part 2 of this research is where it gets even more interesting. It actually reveals the single top earner on the whole list.
An app making a confirmed $300,000 a month.
And it targets a totally different kind of anxiety. And maybe more importantly, part 2 introduces the master framework,
which is the checklist these founders use to test if an idea is profitable before they even write a single line of code.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen 6-figure success built around vinyl collectors and sermon notes. The common thread is just finding that quiet corner of the market.
So here's the final thought to chew on. If focusing on these quiet, specific communities can yield these kinds of results, what small, overlooked community problem could you solve with AI vision or generation or transcription?
The real opportunity is in those spaces the big companies are intentionally ignoring.
We appreciate you joining us for this deep dive into these shockingly simple and highly profitable AI business models.
We'll catch you next time.
Happy building.